Devotee, what is the one real thing? Maharishi, that is what is. The others are only appearances. Diversity is not its nature. We are reading the printed characters on paper, but ignore the paper, which is the background. Similarly, you are taken up by the manifestations of the mind and let go the background. Whose fault is it? Devotee, is there a limit to the self? Maharishi, what is the self? Devotee, the individual soul is the self. Maharishi, what is the individual soul? Is there any difference between the two, or are they identical? Any new appearances are bound to disappear. Anything created will certainly be destroyed. The eternal is not born, nor does it die. We are now confounding appearances with reality. Appearance carries its end in itself. What is it that appears newly? If you cannot find it, surrender to the substratum of appearances unreservedly. Then the reality will be left over as the residue. Devotee, what happens to the man after death? Maharishi, engage yourself in the living present. The future will take care of itself. Don't worry about the future. The state before creation and the process of creation are dealt with in the scriptures in order that you may know the present. Because you say you are born, therefore they say yes, and at that God created you. But do you see God or anything else in your sleep? If God be real, why does He not shine forth in your sleep also? You are always now the same as you were in sleep. You are not different from that one in sleep. But why should there be difference in the feelings or experiences of the two states? Did you ask while asleep the question regarding your birth, or where do I go after death? Why think of all these now in the wakeful state? Let what is born think of its birth and the remedy, its cause and ultimate results. What is birth? Is it of the I thought or of the body? Is I separate from the body or identical with it? How did this I thought arise? Is the I thought your nature, or is anything else of your nature? Devotee, who is to ask these questions? Maharishi, exactly that is it. There is no end to it all. Devotee, are we then to keep quiet? Maharishi, doubts cease to afflict when the confusion, moha, is surpassed. Devotee, your statements amount to cessation of vichara, investigation. Maharishi, if Atma Vichar, self-investigation ceases, Lok Vichar, world investigation, takes its place. Laughter in the hall. Engage in self-investigation, then the non-self will disappear. The self will be left over. This is self-investigation of the self. The one word self is equivalent to the mind, body, man, individual, the supreme, and all else.